everyone and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I am from Clovis, California. Thank you so much for joining me on bingo night. I'm so excited. I love bingo night. I have to tell you, it is crazy today. Like, I don't know why. I feel like that's every day. But we are going tomorrow in our RV, and we're traveling to go see my granddaughter and my daughter and her family. And it is crazy because I've been super busy today. And so I've been like running to the motorhome, kind of getting stuff ready, coming back, working in here, getting your packages ready and all that stuff. And anyway, it's just been a zoo today. And so I'm like, whew. And then I'm like, oh, I need more tea. So I'm running in there, need more tea. Okay. Cause we know when we chat, I get thirsty. Hello. Hi, everybody. I've been reading comments as we go. Welcome, Nancy. I'm so glad you made it on. I could send smoke signals to you, but not sure you would get them. So yay. I'm glad you made it on. So hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you for sharing to Facebook. I would read all of your names, but we have a lot of announcements to get to. And so I am going to kind of jump into it. I'm going to explain bingo. Don't you worry. But for right now, I'm going to do some announcements. We'll start the first project, and then I will explain bingo to you because I know we do have some new people tonight. All right. So first thing is bingo tonight. If you are interested in participating, it is $40. You do not have your kits. Nobody has their kits. I mail those out tomorrow. Several reasons. Number one, I want you to sit back, relax, chat, have a good time, watch me make them. I've made these at the end of last month. Like I already have 3 cards ready for next month's bingo. So it's like a month ago that I make them. So sometimes I'm like, oh, did I use Petunia Pop or did I use Blackberry Bliss? So sometimes I, goof up, or if I do something wrong and I don't pop something up, you'll see that in this video and then you'll do it correctly when you get your kits. So the good thing is the video is up for you to come back and create all your projects for you when you get your kit, and the video will be up here for you. So there's that. So we have a handful of kits still left. So I don't have the exact number, but we have a handful. So I think we're going to be fine. So if you're interested, sign up before the first bingo. Otherwise, you're only going to have the next, whatever's left, which is still the same price as a class or about. Depends on what my class is, but you'll still get 4 projects. You've got the video. And so it's a lot of fun anyway, no matter what. So let's see, that being said, so the link is in the description below. Just click on it and it will take you to, okay. So the link below might be a little odd because I just switched my blog, which for you that signed up today, let me know how that worked for you, because we're trying, I'm upgrading on my blog so that it's easier for you. But we're still kind of working out a few things. So that is where that's at. October bingo is open for registration. So when you click on October bingo, you're going to notice a new kind of some buttons on the website. If you click on the words below the picture like you used to, it will take you to the page and then redirect you to the correct page. So don't worry, it'll take you where you need to go. Or you can just click on register here. You do not need to click the words anymore. They still are there because of just the system, but just go ahead and click on register here. It will take you where you need to go. Okay. So that being said, when you go there, you're going to scroll down. It's going to have your registration and payment all in one. You don't have to click and then go to payment. It's all right there on one page. Yay. So that should help a lot. So there is that. Let's see. We also have Elegant Pines. I also switched the registration for that. So when you go in, same thing. And you can still use PayPal. You can still use your credit card. So that is also still available. Big news tomorrow, 15% off. So it starts tonight at midnight in the what are they? Central time, I believe. And so it's 11 o'clock in California. And well, it's the normal time everything is go live. So tonight, 15% off. It is just 24 hours. So make your wish list, figure it out. There's some tools in there and stamp sets. Okay. It will not include bundles because you're already getting that 10% off of that. But if there's any extra stamps that you are wanting, now is the time to grab those. So, and tools. There's some tools in there. I think I saw some grid paper, maybe the stamp cleaner, and maybe chamois. I don't know. I didn't really look. Oh, is it Mountain Time? Thank you. Did I say Central? Yes, Mountain Time. They are Mountain Time. Thank you, Stacy. See, my day's been frustrated already. Okay. For those of you, the flat rate boxes are gone. I have one left, actually. No, I'm sorry. I have 0. Somebody got it today for putting in a big order. So, they will come back in October because I still have more to package up, but I'm leaving. So I'm going to wait till I get back. So that will be available again in October because I still have some I need to put together. Let's see. Advent calendar. Okay. $99. So you might go, eek, like I did. But then on the leaders group, we got to kind of see 2 of the surprises inside. So I'm just going to tell you, think of this as an exclusive suite. I wrote that there on the bottom on the right-hand side in yellow because 2 of the items we got to see are suite items that we got to see. All right. So there's going to be lots of good things in there. So I want you to answer on here below in the description when the video is over, because I'm going to do a drawing. Do you open everything up and see what you got as soon as you get this in the mail? Or are you, 12 days till Christmas, I'm going to open one day at a time and do it that way. So you can tell from the pictures above that there are items that are not just holiday. There's a lot of different things in that stamp set we got to see a little closer. And it looked like there are some really awesome images on there. That is what I am very excited for. So anyway, come back after the video and let me know, are you open immediately or one day at a time? Okay, so I will be doing a drawing when I get back on hopefully next Wednesday. All right. So that is coming up. So think of that, $99, yes, but there's a lot of goodies in this kit. Okay, so that is going to go on sale. Oh, it's not on here, I don't think, but it is the 23rd. I didn't put it on this flyer. The 23rd, and it is limited supplies. So make sure you put that in your calendar like I did so we don't mess that up, right? Okay, so there is a lot of other things. World Card Making Day. Paper Pumpkin is awesome. It's the Autumn Toile. It coordinates with it. And there's a new add-on dies. So more stuff to come. I'll announce more later. But those are just a couple quick things that I wanted to tell you. Let's see. I hope I qualify for one of your boxes. Most of my boxes have gone out. They were $100 in shopping before tax and shipping. The class products that I require to get the class for free, that you cannot put those together. And I think that's all I can remember right now off the top of my head. It's the magic of Christmas. A day can be like 10 minutes. So yes, open them all up. I am instant gratification. I want to see them. So, okay. So let's see what else. I think I'm going to jump into it. If I remember something else, I will let you know. So a couple of things. Bingo class, Elegant Pine class. Sale starts at midnight tonight, which is 15% off, stamps and some tools, and the Advent calendar. Mark your calendar for the 23rd. Okay, that's it. So I will explain bingo right before bingo. Let's jump in and get started with our first project. So you don't get your kit ahead of time. So for those of you that have participated and wondered, you don't get them ahead of time. My other reasoning why I don't do it um, ahead of time is because if I make a boo-boo and I forget something or I have dies missing or anything like that, then I want to make sure that dies missing, listen to me, any pieces, paper pieces missing or something, I want to make sure that uh, I get them in your kit before I send them in the mail. So thank you, Marva. Hoping signing went smoothly. So I want to make sure that you have everything and everything is ready to go in your kit, and that's why I do it afterwards. So this card, I saw somebody, Pat Texa, I'm guessing that's how you say it. I saw this online in this fold, and it's a very popular fold. And so I just decided that, you know what, this is super cute. It's a great way to use DSP. Although I do have a ton of DSP, I thought this would be so much fun to create and do. And I'm realizing I didn't put my flower on a block, so I'm going to do that. And it is Petunia Pop. So if my husband pops in to ask questions, he may, because he might be like, where's this? While he's packing the motorhome. All right, so let's start out with your first thing. So it's going to say Project 1 up here at the corner. Oh, you are welcome, Teresa. Oh, good, Marva. I'm so glad. Okay, it seems like everybody's had a smooth sailing so far. And we are going to do the inside first. I always do the inside first. Let's take my bow and my gems, and I'm going to move them up here to the right corner, and I hope I don't lose them. The inside, I did, I don't know where this congratulations came from. Oh, it's right here. Wonderful thoughts is where I got the sentiment for congratulations, because the front one says, you've come so far and accomplished so much. I said, if you might come in and ask questions, what do you need? Oh, no. I guess not. He's like, oh. I think he thought we started at 5:30, but it's bingo night. I think he forgot it's 5 on, oops, I don't, so I got this weird lock. It's defective, so I don't know why I keep it in my drawer. I forgot to do the congratulations. That's what I get for being so busy today. All right, so we're going to do congratulations in black, and we're going to add the Charming Day flower right here down the right side. So I'm going to use my grid sheet. If you do sign up for bingo tonight, please let me know. I'm going to make sure I grab your numbers and put them down. All right. So we're going to take Petunia Pop, because this has Petunia Pop and Blackberry Bliss, and I wanted the lighter color. I did the card base in the Blackberry Bliss. So we're going to take our flower image, and I am going to just stamp it. You guys know I need my glasses. I don't know why I don't remember. Looks dark. All the lights are all on, but I have to tell you, my thing kind of resetted. So let me see. Is that better? Does that help? Let me zoom in a bit too, because that's probably going to help. I'll zoom in just a little bit. All right, so we're going to continue. And I just kind of move it around, whatever. I think I'm going to do a little more leaves this time, right here. And the flower kind of went off, but that's okay, because we're going to do more here, down on this corner. And then I'm going to add some leaves. Oh, no, I think I'm going to use, because I put those there, I'm going to put this flower right there. Okay, so just fill it up on the side. It doesn't really matter. It's just for decoration. We're not coloring it in or anything like that. So let's do that. All right, now, oh, my sleeves are these big ones, and I shouldn't have worn them because now they're getting stuck on everything. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do our congratulations in black. So our basic black, our memento. I'm going to just kind of straighten this out. And I'm just going to go right here. It's not going to be centered because of the flowers, but it's going to just kind of tuck into the flowers right there. Okay. All right. This bingo actually has very little stamping, I have to say. All right. So that's that. And this is going to go on the inside. So we are not done. We're going to do that in a second. Let's first let's do our sentiment now. This card's a little bit different because the assembly goes on this with the DSP. So let's just work on this first. Let's do our sentiment, which is also in black. And this is the one. You've come so far and accomplished so much. And that, again, is with this wonderful set, Wonderful Thoughts. You're wonderful, you're loved, you matter. It's just a lot of them. So I did the congratulations, and you've come so far and accomplished so much. My daughter just switched jobs, and I think this is really good for her because she, went through a bunch of testing for her licensing and stuff, and it's not upside down. I just like to confirm that it fits. So anyway, for what she does with her dental assistant, now she works for an oral surgeon. So it's like a whole different kind of thing for her. All right. We're going to put that there. And I'm going to put it just a little bit to the right. Pretty centered, a tiny bit to the right, just because we're going to put that flower down the left side. And so the stem is going to kind of go right there. So we're going to move that over there. Okay. Oh, good. You guys can see now. Okay, good. Yeah. So the good thing about my remote control is I can, do some things with it for videoing. But the bad thing is when you go to reach for it and it bumps a button and then it presets it. I think it preset is what it did. Okay. So I can tell I had a little too much ink right in the A. I would prefer it not to be like that, but so just be aware. Don't like squish it down. All right. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add adhesive and go ahead and put that on our image right there. So bingo would have normally been next weekend because I kind of jump back and forth between these kind of weeks. And it just depends on if I'm traveling or what's going on. And I thought, I really don't want to come back and do it the day after I return. That's a lot to worry about. So I decided, I'm going to do it before. All right, so there is that. Oh, hi, Steph. Zoom out a little bit. I can. There. All right, so there's that. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some coloring, but it's nothing earth-shattering, so we'll worry about that in just a bit. Okay, so now let's go ahead and adhere these items. So what we're going to do, oops, not that. We're going to take our DSP, all right? So just think of this as your regular paper. I am going to take your paper when you get it and just make sure it's squared and go ahead and burnish it. Some of them, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to burnish it. It's scored and everything. I just like to make sure, I wanted to kind of show you. Burnish it, make sure your edges are all smooth. So I like to do one at a time and just kind of then, because with DSP, it can be pretty tricky, right? So this is what it'll be. Okay, it's like this. Okay, now treat this as just a regular paper that's 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to go right here on your card base. So I want to add my adhesive on here. And for those of you, somebody said they were watching or they're new, this is a long video. I make my cards for bingo pretty much how I would want to send them out, but also I try very, very hard. Like you could add any sentiment there. If you don't have this set, put any flower there. Just kind of find whatever, you think goes along with that and add it. So whatever I do stamp, because, we're not allowed to stamp for you, but whatever I do stamp, I try to make it something that you could just grab out of your stash, a paper or a sentiment, whatever you have. I can die cut for you, so I do that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, so see now your DSP is right on your card base, so it gives yourself some little bit of stability to your card, okay? Now, we're going to take this. Oh, I'm glad you made it, Jan. Hi, Dana. Thank you for sharing, Marilyn. I really appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to color. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do I don't want to use that as my scrap paper, so we're going to move those out of the way. I like to have a piece of scrap paper, and I like to pull out a paper which is the same that I'm using. So I think I have a scrap piece here that which I used earlier. Here we go. See, like this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Petunia Pop. Okay, so this is the dark, and this is the light, but this is what they lighten up to. Okay, so I'm going to start with the light and see what I think about it, and then if I want to darken it, I can. No, I'm going to do the dark. I decided I'm going to do the dark. Okay, so we're just going to do the flower. So when you're doing this, notice that this right here is leaf. Okay, so just this top part is the flower. Okay, like this. All right. So we're going to take our dark Petunia Pop and just kind of go just like this. I just kind of do it like that. So you give yourself that little, okay, now I'm going to zoom in a little bit and then I'll come back out. Okay, that's just a little. All right, so now all this I'm going to make, but then how is that bingo? You'll see, Jean, right after this, I make this, we do a bingo. After each 4 cards, we do a bingo. And the 5th card, I already did a video for. That's my thank you card. Kind of I call it a bonus project. I used to put thank you cards in, but I changed it. And now I give you guys an extra kit. And I do a video. I'm going to start doing them the week before, or the video before bingo, so that you have that and it's extra. It's usually the one that takes the longest is what I will do on a separate video, because it just takes a while. So you'll see, we'll play bingo right after each project. We'll play a bingo. Okay, so for now, we're going to leave that there, let that dry. Let's go ahead and skip over here to our Mossy Meadow. And so now I'm just going to come in with Mossy Meadow. And this one is light. I did it dark on the other one, and you could do dark. I thought I'd try light this time and see what I think, because you can always layer a little bit more of the light on there. Be careful of your leaves. You want to brush outward. And yes, you do. You get all 4 kits, 5 kits actually, the bonus kit too. And then you come back and create at your leisure. And you have this video to follow. And then I do put timestamps in the description, so you can just jump to whichever project you want to do first, or second, or third, or whatever. Okay, we're going to leave that. We're probably going to come back and add a little bit more. But right now, I'm going to take some Blackberry Bliss. And honestly, I can't remember exactly the color that I use. I mean, the technique that I use. I know the technique, but combination of colors. And we're going to do a little bit of dauber. Okay. And if you want to use your blending brushes instead, that's fine. I'm just going to come in and just darken up the edges just a little bit. Now, what I did too is I kind of bent this back very lightly and just kind of go in on your edges. Okay, so see, it kind of gives it a little bit of character there, a little more depth on your project. Right, so just kind of come in and then pull out the larger ones. The larger ones are the easiest. All right, and we can come back in with the petunia to blend this in a little bit, make it look not so harsh if that's what you want. And the tips and the petals in the back are a little darker, and I'm fine with that because that's kind of what it would look like. Okay, it's getting these little, now this one's upside down, but it's not split right there. Okay, so it's just on the right and left. And I'm just going to come in a little bit and add it. Now we could also just kind of go over it lightly, and the edges will pick up a little bit more. So kind of work with it. If you have this die, you know, kind of play with it and see what you like. I'm going to do this one. I'm not going to get any more ink. I'm just going to come in a little bit on these. Okay. And now you can lighten it back up. I mean, you can add a little more color. And let's see, I am going to add some more Mossy Meadow and see what I think. Carmen, let me write that down for you before it goes away and I can't see it. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Can I still join for bingo? Oh, yes. Sorry, I didn't see that. I love Blackberry Bliss. Absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm actually liking that how it is. It looks like the lights on it, but I think I might add a little. I'm going to take a little bit of the Blackberry Bliss and do just a little bit more in the center so that lighter color is not so light, but there we go. So I like that. That's fine. Okay, but I want more Mossy Meadow. And you can see I got a little bit of that color on the green stems, but that kind of hit it right there. So I'm going to make it, now this is still the light. I'm just going on over with another color so you can see, another layer, so you can see that it does lighten up a little bit. Okay, be careful how you do the petals, remember, because you don't want to tear or bend your little flowers. Okay, so I am good with that. We're going to set that aside. Look how pretty that is. We're going to set that aside. Now we're going to put it all together. Let me move my dauber before I drop it or stick my arm out. Okay. Now I'm going to bring back in my, well, maybe I don't need to. I was going to say I'll bring back my silicone mat, but this is pretty light. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue this down. So my son's going to be at the house, and it's so funny. I told him, be prepared. I have packages coming. I figured out my Christmas card. Yay! So we did that. There's a class also coming up with Stampin' Up. They're going to be having an online class. So be looking for that. All right, so see, now this is where I have to remember. Did I, and I don't think so. No, I did not put dimensionals on this because it's already kind of layered up. Even though it's thin, it's with the DSP. It's not too thick, but we're going to put this on there, and we have a bow. So I tend to try to not make it too crazy. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this on with glue because it's kind of hanging off the edge, and I prefer to have glue to hold it down. So what I'm going to do, you can turn it upside down and upside down like this. So watch this. So you're going to want it, honestly, pretty much in the middle is this amount of paper over, because you've got that amount right there. It's about the same. So if you put your white paper on there with just the right amount of space around the outside, this should go right along there. So we're going to go like this. That means we're going to have the glue on this side, right? Remember, I turned it upside down. Now you could do it this way, but I'm not left-handed. So I'm going to do it this way. Put this on here. Put it right about there. And it doesn't really matter. I'm going to turn it back around to place the setting this way. I'm worried about this. I want glue right here. So I'm going to put my fingers right here. So now I know the glue is going to be right there. Did that make sense? So the glue will go right here. We're going to put that right here. And I'm going to pick it up right here. And now I'm not even going to go close to that. I'm going to go over here. But at least now, well, other than that, now I know that I have this area that I want glue, and I want it a decent amount to stick. Notice I don't go too close to the edges. Mainly it's got stitching and you don't want your glue to ooze out, right? So let's go ahead and turn this upside down, right side up, make sure you're good. Think about where you want it. I'm going to now move this over here and hold this paper down because it will pop up. And I'm going to lay this right about here. Okay, line it up and line it up. Okay. Well, if I put my paper straight here on a line, let me move this up a little bit, and I can tell that's pretty straight. Okay, so that's good. Now we have our flower and our bow and our gems. Okay, so all the supplies are listed below too. So if you need to know anything, then you'll see that it's all listed below. Okay. All right. So we're going to add dimensionals. This does not have dimensionals on it, remember? So we're going to go ahead and we don't have to worry about, you know, part of it popping up. But I am going to put 2 on here. I'm going to put 1 over here, and I'm going to put 1 over here, because we've got all those lines in there, and I don't want it to, you know, catch or do, you know, split or anything. You could pop these up and, you know, do whatever you want, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my minis, and I'm going to take my mini dimensionals. I cut some in half, and I'm going to put those on my leaves. All right. I don't want any of my little leaves to catch and have any issues. Right. I get to go see my siblings again. They're up in Oregon. So once I go see my granddaughter and my daughter, then I'm going to go and see my siblings. Okay, I'm also going to take just a little tiny thin strip of the edge. Okay, tiny. I'm going to pull off one side of the adhesive. All right, and I am going to cut about that long. And then I'm going to put this on here. Slowly put it on so you can make sure it's on. Oh, that was really close in size. And then this one is a little thicker, so I don't know. I think because I have all this, I'm going to go a little higher up here. And then I'm going to cut this. Oops. I'm going to cut that. I don't need this on there. All right, so now before I push that down, I just want to make sure I don't see it on the other side. Oh, yeah, I do. I don't like that. All right, that's not thin enough. And of course, it's stuck very well. Okay, so thinner. The first one was thin, and then I got a little whiter. So I'm going to go really thin. Just about that. Do the same thing. I just don't want it to show. And Okay, and it still shows. How did I do it over here? Oh, I guess I did it a lot lower over there. Well, you could always color it, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. It's not that bad if it's straight on. It's just if I turn it a little bit, then you can see it, but that's okay. All right. So I'm going to take it. Now be careful because this is really a fragile piece and you don't want to rip off your leaves, or especially after you did all that work. Okay, I'm going to leave the middle ones so I can hold on to them to last. It is my granddaughter that does cheer. Yes, she is in the 5th grade. She is so excited that we're coming. So my husband built a greenhouse for my daughter several years ago. Well, now it's going to be a clubhouse for my granddaughter. She sent some pictures to Papa, and it looks very elaborate what she wants. Okay, so we're going on to white paper, so seeing a little bit of that adhesive, you know what, it's going to be fine. All right, but we want to get these leaves to be on the card, right? But we want the stem to go to where you could see the words. Okay, so we're going to go and see the words. We're going to add our flower where we want it. And then we're going to take this and just move it up a tiny bit, and then move this up a tiny bit. Okay, so it's going to be on your card. You just want to make sure it's not hanging off of this piece. So when you put it in the envelope, it doesn't have any issue. It's okay if it's hanging off of the other piece. Okay, that's fine. All right, so there's that. Right. Now, there are some that you see where it's folded the opposite way. So it would be like this. And so, but then it's kind of, you just got to make sure you have your 3 layers. And I liked it like this one. So you can, you know, figure out how you want your paper to show and everything. But then it gets a little weird because you have to, you know, make sure that this is shorter and this is longer. And anyway, you just have to figure that out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I already tied your bows for you, of course. And so then we are going to put it on a glue dot. If you guys remember the story, we are taking our motor home. And remember the story of my son? Oh my gosh. When he took the motor home a couple months ago to Washington. And our air conditioning went out the week before they left. And then while they were gone, one of the tires blew. And then we ended up, while they were up there, said, put tires on all the way around. So they did that. So my husband's like, well, we know we have tires and air conditioning. Hopefully nothing else goes wrong. So fingers crossed, everything will go fine. I'm not a big car traveler. I used to get car sick a lot. All right, so this one's a little darker than this one, but it'll lighten up a little bit. But, you know, so just, you know, pick and choose whatever colors that you want. I kind of like this. It kind of goes with this. This one's a little brighter, but it goes more with this color over here. So, you know, it's whatever. All right, so here, let's go with this. I always do, if there's 3 sizes, I'll do the large and the small. And then I'll do the medium, which just happens to be small. I'll do the medium one away so that it's big and noticeable somewhere. And then you do the big and the small. But I did 2 smalls because I think that's the only sizes they have. So anyway, there you go. Card number 1. Super simple. This is a great card to use your DSP up with. So if you have your DSP and you are like, oh man, it's retiring or it's going away or I have a lot of it and you're not quite sure what to do, then I would definitely use your, use a card like this. All right, let's see. Lisa, I see you. 2, 4, 9, 19, and 30. Okay, Carmen, I saw yours. Gloria, I got yours. I want to make sure if there's anybody else that signed up and I don't know, please let me know if it was tonight. Oh, PayPal email, but I don't see the email from you regarding with my numbers. Did you get my numbers? Did you just sign up today? Let me look, Dana. I do not have you registered, Dana, so unless it came in tonight. If it does, you need to just give me your numbers. Okay, so that is card number 1. Yay! Now I'm going to definitely zoom back out. I know I've told you guys before my elegant pines. Olivia, yes, I have yours. The elegant pines snowflake card class. If you want to, or if you're thinking about it, I would definitely, let me look it up real quick, Dana. I would definitely register for it. It's all fun fold and an amazing home decor item that I think you'll love. All right, Dana, let me look real quick. 8/21. Oh, yeah, you didn't register, but you paid. I see it. Write that down. But, oh, here's your numbers. I got them. Sorry, I don't know how I didn't see that one. Yeah, and so the new way, you guys, when you register, again, you're going to see it like this, and you just click on the register here. You're going to have to register and pay at one time, and that way it's going to be a lot easier for me too. So if you want to join and participate, and you're like, oh, but I don't get paid until such and such a day, message me and let me know so I can at least write your name down, and then that way I can account for you in the count. And then register and pay all at the same time. So it used to be where you could register and then come back and pay. It's going to be a little bit different now, which is easier record keeping wise. But anyway, okay, I signed up today. Yes, Tanya, I have you. All right, let's see. I'm a hoarder too, Marilyn. If you saw how I've been putting a lot of paper in my packages. All right, let's see. Making sure there's no other questions. If there's questions, let me know. We're going to start a bingo. Anyway, yes, the Elegant Pines class, it's going to be great. I do have a few kits of that left too, but when I get back, all I have to do is do the videos. Where did mine? Oh, here they are. Numbers. Okay, are we ready? Oh, Gwen's got new numbers, so maybe she's going to be good. I have Olivia's numbers. All right, everybody, let's start with the new first bingo. Let me explain it really quickly to the new people. So I play 4 bingos. I'm going to call out numbers. I'm going to put them down. You'll see everything that I put down. If it's one of your numbers, so make sure you have your numbers. If it's one of your numbers, you're going to type in a B, okay, in the comments. Just type B. Did you get Lisa's numbers? I believe so. Lisa, yes, I did. 2, 4, 9, 19, and 30. But Dana, I wrote your name and my pencil's not working. Okay. So you're going to put a B in the comments. And then when I call your second number, you're going to type BI. So what you're going to want to do is put your B in and then type BI and be ready. As soon as you see a second number, hit enter and then type BI in and be ready. When the third one comes up, hit enter. Okay. Now, when it's the first person that I see that hits that puts in bingo. So especially have that bingo word ready to go because it's usually right about multiple people will go at the same time. The first person will win bingo. Okay. The second person will get a consolation prize, or they can opt to stay in without a consolation prize. Okay. So I'm going to turn down my microphone just a tiny bit because it is crazy right now. Okay, tell me if this isn't loud enough, but it seemed like I was like just killing it with the volume here a minute ago. Okay, so the second person can opt out and say, no, I want to continue on in hopes to get a bingo, or you get a prize. And it's a consolation prize. It could be embellishments, a stamp set, whatever. It could be all kinds of different things. So that is how the consolation prize worked. Can you tell me my numbers? I didn't write them down. Oh, sure. When. 8, 13, 15, 19, and 22. And you guys should know too that when you get your receipt back, your numbers should be on that receipt. Okay. So you always have that. Maybe make yourself a folder on your email that says bingo and put it over there. And then you'll always have your receipts right there. Or put class receipts or whatever for anything that you get. All right. So there's that. Then your consolation prize usually will go in your package with your kits. Okay. If you win bingo, you get $100 shopping spree. All right. So the price for bingo is the cards and the video, the kits and the video. Bingo is free. We can't charge for bingo. Okay. But I can gift you, money or credit. So you will put an order in with me. Okay, not on my shop, but with me. So you're going to email me, and you can contact me here on my blog. You're going to email me, and you are going to let me know your order. If you go over the $100, that's perfectly fine. I will pay the first $100. So let's say your order is $140, and then with tax and shipping and everything, then I will pay the 100. I will invoice you the difference. I will take a screenshot of what Stampin' Up's total is for you. I will put that in your email, and I will invoice you in the same email the difference. Okay. And then that will go to you. As soon as you pay that to me, I will submit your order and it will be sent to you. Okay. What else? There was another thought, and it'll come straight from Stampin' Up directly to you. Okay. What else am I forgetting? Submit the order. It'll come to you. Oh, you need to submit your order to me by the end of the month. So if you wanted to do it tonight, you could do that. If you want to do it tomorrow because there's a sale going on, you can do that. Okay. So, if you want to do it on the 23rd and get that, Advent kit, you can do that. You can do it till the end of the month. Okay. So I just asked that it's in the same month. All right. I think I answered all the questions. So I think we are ready to go with bingo. Yay. Good luck, everybody. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, let me know. You can only win one time. I should say that. All right. Here we go. The first number is number 20. I go a little fast at the beginning because this is a longer video and I know you guys have things to do. And then I'll slow down once we start seeing people closer to winning something. Okay. Number 14. If you're coming in late and you've missed the first bingo, it's up to you. If you still want to participate, you can, but you will not be eligible for the bingos past. Okay. Number 9. But you're still going to get your kit, your video, all that good stuff, and still have a few chances to win bingo. All right, some B's are popping up. And number 30. Oh, you can't see it on that screen. Let me see. Lots of B's. Number 21. I'll pause a little bit. I know I'm going kind of fast. Thanks, staff. The colors are going to be leaving, and I'm going to be trying to find new colors. I'm going to have to do more, I guess. Hi, Anna. Ooh, some BIs popping up. 22. 26. So next month's bingo so far, I have 1 fall card and 2 holiday cards. Let me know when bingo's over. Do you want to see, when I'm creating again. Number 8. Do you want to see more holiday cards in bingo, or would you like to see some general cards also? Number 15. So we have quite a few BIs. Oh, next month is my birthday month. I'm also going to do something special. I have a couple different ideas, so I'll figure that out and let you know. Julie has BIN. Number 4. So it will be something fun. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I have a couple of different ideas, but I'm excited. 29. There will be drawings for sure for different things that you join or maybe comment on. You're going to want to comment on all my videos in October. Sherry has a BING, so I'm going to slow down just a tad after this number. Number 2. Okay, we've got BINs. Lisa. Let's see. Cara. Uh-oh. Lynetta has BING. Sherry. Jan. Ooh. Lisa. 16. Okay, now you see I need to slow down because we've got a lot of BINGs. So I just want to make sure that, and it doesn't matter if somebody called bingo here and I already had these out, as long as they're the first person that calls it and you have it. Everybody's internet's different. Everybody's, whatever is different. I want to make sure. All right. The next number is 24. 24 is next. So somebody had asked me about what is the difference as a demonstrator to be, oh, Connie has a bingo. Let's see. All right, number 4, number 9, number 16, 21, and 24. Congratulations, Connie. Was that not worth what we went through today? Yay, Connie. Number 1 bingo. Congratulations. I don't see any other bingos. So that is it. Congratulations. That is awesome. Carol, when you get to this point, it looks like your BING showed up late. That's another thing I want to tell you guys on bingo. If you click away from YouTube and come back, even if you're clicking on another page under Chrome or whatever, make sure you grab the bar at the bottom and move it all the way to the right side so that you're right at the current spot where we are, so that you are right where we are. So like she might have stepped away or like clicked on a different page. That's why I don't go to my mail and come back, because it really kind of messes it up. So make sure that you grab that bar and pull it over so that you're current. Okay. Okay, so I'll tell you what I was going to tell you in a little bit. It's not that important. I was just going to explain something because I had a couple people ask. All right, so our next card, now we go on to card number 2. So I hope that kind of explains it, how this works. So that's the first person. So Connie will message me, email me her shopping list of what she would like, and I will get it submitted. And then once I figure out her total, like I said, I send it to her. I will also send a link for an invoice for her to pay. And then once she pays me, I submit the order, and Stampin' Up will ship it directly to her. All right, card number 2. My husband came in and he needed a sympathy card for somebody at work. And he said, everything was too flowery that I had. I didn't really have anything that was appropriate for what he wanted. He goes, I kind of want a masculine one. And so I decided, you know what? I need some in my stash anyway. So I pulled out this. This is the Gallery Blooms. Is that what it is? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But the Heartfelt Prayers is from Peace on Earth. Okay, so Heartfelt Prayers. I love this set. So if you don't like the dies, if that's not your style, look at the stamp set, because look at peace, love, and joy. That could be Christmas. You could just do love, joy. You could do whatever. You have love here, sending, wishing, sending peace on earth, sending love. I mean, there's all kinds of really good ones. Big hugs for a good friend. Great set with deepest sympathy. So this is really, really a great stamp set. But that's where I got the Heartfelt Prayers, which I love the heartfelt sentiment. And then these 2 dies came from that same set. And then I put some twine on it there. So some thread. So here we go. We're going to pull this out. And ooh, you know what? I did not add these on the list below. They're the pearl, iridescent pearls, I think. Sorry, I forgot to add that. All right, so we're going to move all of this stuff, sticking up there. We are going to do the inside, which I made it simple. It's masculine, it's sympathy. We don't need it all crazy, right? I'm going to move the top part off and start on the inside like usual. That darn Mr. Spam is calling me again. Don't you guys love that? All right, so another quick, simple card. Thanks, I'm glad you guys like it. All right, so we are going to take this and add our base. Now, I noticed, sometimes when you're scoring or cutting your paper and you get that little edge on it, it could be that you have a new blade and you're pressing hard. It could be that you have an old blade and you're just not cutting your paper nice and smooth. Just kind of take your bone folder and just kind of go straight down the side and it'll be fine. Perfectly fine. All right, this is going to run out on me. I know it. So let's adhere this now. Of course, the back cloud cover, which I love this color, is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. My white is 4 by 5 1/4. See how this is going white on white? So for, I like to put my silicone mat underneath so I can see what the heck I'm doing. I'm more concerned about the bottom so that I can put this in the right spacing where I want it. And then I kind of push down over here and then just kind of follow it up, make sure that my spacing's good. Okay, and over, and there we go. All right, now we're going to do the same here. Same measurements, 4 1/8, 5 3/8, 4 by 5 1/4, and adhere those together. Ooh, wouldn't that make a nice Halloween? He is very annoying. He calls me way too much. Like, do they really think people answer? All right, here we go. That's kind of one thing. If you guys call, if anybody calls me, if I don't see a number I know, I don't answer it, because I'm telling you 99.9% of the time, it is somebody that's calling the wrong number or wants to sell me something. I went shopping in Macy's in Texas once, and the makeup counter calls me all the time and wants to tell me about their specials. And I'm like, I don't live there. I know Macy's specials. If I wanted to go there, I will. But I go, I don't live in Texas. I'm there a lot, but I don't live there. All right, so there we go. We layered those up. Okay. So that is ready. We'll set that aside. Now we're going to bring in our sentiment. We're going to stamp in black, heartfelt prayers. And this card actually would make a great masculine card for a birthday or retirement or thinking of you. I mean, that's a really nice, subtle card for lots of different things. All right, I'm going to pull this a little closer to me so I can make sure I'm doing this straight. All right, so there's that. Oh, goodness, Gloria. I keep getting a dating site. I hope you're not talking about in YouTube. That's weird. Sometimes you get these weird things on YouTube. I've seen them before, but it shows up for everybody to see it. All right, so we're going to take our sentiment and we are going to put our dimensionals. So anyway, I was going to say, because somebody that's on here asked me, what is the difference for demonstrators? Because you can see sometimes people, like maybe another demonstrator might see somebody saying, oh, I'm so close to the incentive trip, or, oh, I'm so close to, whatever, a goal or whatever. Like I was close to a goal this month. And then like they said, but October is the beginning of the new annual year. So what is the difference for demonstrators between ordering now in September or ordering in October? So in September, a lot of demonstrators are trying to earn the trip. And less than 1%, I have to say this disclaimer because I'm talking about the trip, even though it's written below. Less than 1% earn the trip. It's a lot of hard work, but a lot of fun. All right, let me tell you real quick. So this is going to kind of come up over your sentiment, but I put dimensionals all over everything except this piece right here. Okay, so not that piece, but I'm going to put them on here. Oops, you want sticky side down. So in September, they're trying to earn their trip. It's the last month of the fiscal year for Stampin' Up. And so they're trying to earn the trip. That's one thing. Number two, they might be trying to get their sales up. There's ranking going on among the demonstrators, like, how you hear the top performers or whatever. There's that. Some people are also trying to get, maybe to that next level of sales because there's bonuses involved. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons. So a lot of people try to do that in September to get it to, I'm just going to do a little one right here, to get it into this year. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing is, in October, it's a new year. It's a new calendar year. So in October, the thing is people like to earn the trip. So October and forward, sales or team promotions or team members or whatever, that helps people earn the trip. And it's like a point system that all those things kind of combine is how it works. Okay, so right here, this little leaf here, I'm gluing on top of this on the white, on the beige. And then this one is also glued, okay? All right. Let's see. Okay, holiday. A lot of people are wanting holiday. I agree. I would like to see more holiday cards. Oh, okay, good. Ooh, goody. I was hoping you'd say that because I am wanting to make a bunch. I finally came up with my card, and I know I'm crazy. I'm like, why am I doing this card, right, Stephanie? But I love it, and I'm going to do it. So it's going to be a lot of work, but you know, I tend to go a little overboard on that. All right, so we're going to put this here. So I'm going to lay this here, and I want this leaf here to go kind of in the middle right there of those. So I'm going to lay that there and there, and that's fine. Perfect, perfect. All right, so that's done. Now you're going to take your Mossy Meadow one, and you're going to add glue to it. Okay, we're going to move this one off for right now. Oh, that's not ink. I don't know what that is. Maybe it is ink. It just smudged, whatever it was. I always think, I don't know what it is. It's coming off, but it's not ink. Be careful because you don't want to rub a hole in your paper, but anyway, that's the difference between September and October and kind of how that works. Because some people are like, do I hold my orders and put them in here or there? I worry about the current time. So I don't hold my stuff. I mean, if it's something I need right away, I definitely don't hold it. All right, so I'm noticing my sentiment is too close to the edge. See, this is kind of one of those things why we don't craft together. But we're just going to make it work because I'm afraid if okay, that pulled up. Okay, but I just pushed it back down because I don't want to bend it. So this is why you do it after bingo night, because Marcie realized that she boo-booed. So I don't want you to have to do this. Okay, so okay. All right, so those all came off pretty darn good. So I'm going to get the extra sticky off. Okay, now if you have this as a little sneaky thing that I do. One of them, this one, all the adhesive came off. So I'm going to rub that one off. Okay, this is how I do it. Rub it off. And then I'm going to add another dimensional right here. This one, I took off quite a bit of sticky. That one. So you know what I do? I just add a glue dot to give it and it's in the middle. It's not going to really matter. But I just give it a little extra because I rubbed off part of it. We're going to take that off. And if you felt like you wanted to add more, you could glue dots, but I don't need to. That right there is a little teeny tiny piece of paper that lifted. So I am just going to move this over to about right here. There we go. Now, back to the program. We are going to take our little piece here and we are just going to add it right there. So this stem right here, that one, okay, so it's pretty much the tallest one. I'm going to put glue to the left of that. So I'm going to hold that and I'm going to, not over my project, I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. And I just kind of put little dots. You don't want it oozing out. All those little dots will add up and it will hold just fine. All right, so we're going to put the stem underneath and we're going to go right there. The dies are from the Gallery. It's the same set with this paper. Is it Gallery Blooms? Gosh, I hope it is. Gallery Blooms. I think it's linked below. Should be. All right, so I'm just going to tuck that under because we're going to put stuff on top of it so we don't have to worry about it. We already added our green leaf there, so that's how I did that one. Okay, we're going to take this off. Remember, don't put a dimensional on the leaf, the right leaf. Come on. I got my nails done today, and I told her to leave them long because she tends to cut them really short, and I can't function. And I didn't want to do bingo with extra short nails. But now I feel like I need them to sharpen up on the edges a little bit or something. All right, there we go. All right, so now take your piece here. We're going to put, your P is going to go kind of right in between here. Okay, so we're just going to put that there. All right, push it down. I'm gonna take this and slide it under, kind of, there we go, without the dimensionals trying to stick. Okay, now this one is poking up. That one didn't, but I am going to put a glue dot under that because I don't want it sticking up like that. This one's sticking up, but that's because there's a dimensional on it. Actually, I could put a dimensional right there, but I'm not. I want that to stick down because it's pretty big and I don't want it to get caught on anything. So I'm just going to slide that there and put that down. Okay. Now we have our gems to do. Oh no, we got to put our twine. So I did a bow for you on your twine. And if you look, I don't know if you can tell on here, there's a little circle right there, like a little straight line. And then that is the back side of the knot. So make sure you're looking at the back side. Gwen, the first secret I can tell you about a fine tip glue bottle is it is so much easier to use when it is full. So that's my first tip. Fill it up. The second tip is I put a pin in it, and I like to, when you put it inside, I like to like go up and down a little bit just to clear out the little tunnel or whatever you want to call that, the tube. And then sometimes I even take off this. I take my my pokey tool and I clean out the top of the lid. And I just have a tissue and I just keep wiping it off and get the dry. It might dry up here a little bit inside. And then anything that's around the inside of the lid right here, I also just clean that out. And that way you get kind of some bigger chunks out of it. And then it should be fine. All right, so I'm going to also add a little bit of glue. I like to make sure my bows are not going anywhere. We're going to put this right here. All right, now I can see my glue dot. Okay, I can also see I got glue on the cloud cover. I'm going to take that off. And I'm just going to tuck that glue dot in a little bit so you don't see it, just under the bow. Press a little because you want that glue to settle in. I'm going to leave this. You can cut it if you want. This one has a little bit of extra something on it. There we go. And but I'm going to leave it like that because I'm fine with that. And then I just kind of like to fluff it out a little bit. And now we are going to take our iridescent pearls and we're going to put those here. Again, I have two small ones, so I'm just going to do a small one here, and then I'm going to put one right there. All right, simple as that. So you only have to stamp one time and assemble, and you're done. So there we go. Tip on filling the fine glue bottle. Use a new bottle of this because it's thinner and it's really, nice and fresh. And I just opened up the bottle and I just start it slow and then let it just drip in. Sometimes it'll fill up really fast. Just stop it and go like that with your bottle so that it goes inside and then continue on. But starting a new bottle is the best way to do it. So I usually make sure I fill it up when I'm doing a new bottle, but I go through a lot of glue. So thank you, thank you. I squeeze the empty bottle and fill. Yeah, you can do that too, Sherry, because then it sucks it in. You could do that too. So there you go. So a nice masculine card. You can use whatever sentiment you want. I just really thought it was really, I mean, that adventure set, this would be great because it's, got the trees and the hills there, like, maybe somebody's going camping or something. So that is card number 2. Let me move all my, and now we get to play bingo. All right. And the other thing when I'm using it, a lot of times I'll set it down while I'm using it. That way it's ready to go. And then sometimes you can, shake it to the side and get it to go down, but it helps if it's just laying on its side because you're going to be using it. So no need to put it up all the time. All right. Good luck, everybody. We are on to our bingo number 2. Please don't forget to share and like, subscribe. Subscribing is awesome. Also, if you go to my blog and subscribe, I send out a newsletter with updates and different things. Also, you'll get a notice on my blog post. You'll get that too. All right, number 8 is the first one. Also keep a long pin so it doesn't clog. Yeah, I always do one of these long pin. And then when they get glue on them like that, I take alcohol and just clean it off. Right, Mary Jo? I need to do some teenage cards is what I need. Number 4. Julie and Carol, right off the bat. Bees. Number 18. So you use the same 5 bingo numbers all night long. Correct. Correct. And when you fill out your registration form, there is a place for you to put your 5 numbers, and it's number 1 through 30. And you just put your 5 numbers in there. And you can change them each month. You can, use the same numbers. Whatever numbers you type in are the numbers you will get. Number 5. All right. Julie has BI, Carol, and Carol, 15. Clear on that. Number 9. Again, if you still want to join bingo tonight, anybody, you can. You just have now missed the first 2 bingos, but you still get the kits. You still get everything. Number 14. And those that already joined, don't forget my video on Sunday was the bonus card, and I'll show that to you in just a minute. Number 19. And the next card has no typing on it. No typing, no stamping. Number 29. No typing or stamping. Number 21. Mary Jo has BIN. Carol has BIN. Mary Jo has BIN. Lisa. Tanya, is that bingo or is that a BING? Can you type it again just so I know for sure? Oh, it's just BI. Okay. I got it. Thank you. So Lisa has a BIN number 2. If I ever go too fast, please let me know. Number 17. Don't forget, make sure your bar at the bottom is pulled all the way to the right so you are current with me. Number 28. Oh, Lisa has BING and Jan. Okay, I'm going to slow down now. And Crystal. If anybody signed up tonight that I haven't talked to and you haven't told me that you signed up because I see orders coming in, please let me know and let me know your numbers. Type them in for me. All right, Carol has B-I-N-G. Cecilia has B-I-N-G. Deb. All right, next number 30. Number 30. Oh, I'm so glad you guys want Christmas because I'm excited to do more. All right. Look them up. Oh, Lisa has bingo. All right, we have 2, 4, 9, 19, and 30. Congratulations, Lisa. Yay, congratulations. Lisa, number 2, bingo. Yay. Okay, I don't see any others. Great job. All right, ready for card number 3. Congratulations. Stephanie, make sure you grab your bar at the bottom and pull it all the way over to the right. Okay, I was so excited to create a project. I'm showing you the kit first with the ornamental, I think it's ornamental Christmas. And look at, I embossed the star. Eek. All right, but first I'm going to show you the bonus card that I just did a video for. So you're going to get everything to create this card. And you'll see how I did the sky, how I made the mountains and everything look a little different, how I did the fire. So cute. So that's on my last video. So you can check that out. And you will get this also in your kit. This was the bonus card, okay? So there is that for you. Okay, so this card was so cute. I mean, I really, really liked it. So let me show you. Let me pull this out. I love this set. Uh-oh, one of my gems. Okay, these are sequins, so there's no sticky on them, okay? So be very careful and move those aside. Then you have your new twine, which I absolutely love. There's black and gold, and then there's the white and gold. Now, it doesn't tie as tightly as some of the others, like the regular twine, so be really careful with it. I'm going to put my fingers through this and see if I can tighten it up, because it obviously loosened up in my bag. So I'm going to try and hold this and tighten it up without messing up my bow. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do. Okay, so it is what it is. Be careful with that or it will untie. So just kind of set that aside carefully. I guess it's because it's braided. Oh, that's kind of... Okay, well, they were tied when I put them in the bag for you, okay? All right, so I love this paper. Uh-oh, there's my other gem. 4. How many did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, there's 5. Where's my other one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there you go. 5. Should be 5. Okay, there should be a large, a medium, and 3 small. Okay, and you can buy those in this. Oh, no, this is the stars. They have stars too. But you can buy, oh, they're right here. Right here. The gems, I forgot to add these on. These are number 165267. Okay. Right. She paid $40. She'll get the kit. She has the video. She can come back and create these. And she gets to shop with $100 now. Love the mountains and the campfire. Reminds me of our trip to the mountains. I do. Oh, yeah. Okay. So here we go. All right. So let's move all of this aside. We'll get to that in a minute. We're going to move this aside. But look, Don't waste that gold, right? Golden glimmer, silver glimmer, any of the specialty paper. If you can put a hole in it to get your other pieces, or a piece maybe for a different project, definitely. All right, so this card, we're going to do a little bit different. I'm going to bring in my silicone. We're going to start with the white. Okay, so we have our white. We have our DSP. And we want just the stars. Now, the stars are cut this way. Okay, but you'll notice that this one's going to be like this on the bottom. So these might be a little sideways on some of yours. So sorry. I noticed that after they were packaged. And, you know, you don't want to waste the SP, and no one's really going to notice the difference. But if you want to be critical about it, make sure you cut it the other way. But see, another things to think about, right, is the orientation. Speaking of orientation, I create a card. I cut all the DSP up for it the wrong way. The card, it's going to be oh, it's bingo. It's bingo next month. I cut all my packages of DSP, which is a lot for bingo, the wrong way. So I had to order more. So it's coming because I love the card and I want to make that card. So now I got to come up with another card with a portrait. So the card that you get, I will explain that next month and you'll just have a hoot about that. But yeah, I cut it all wrong. All right, so we're going to put the DSP on the bottom. Again, same thing. The black is 4 1/8, 5 3/8. The white is 4 by 5 1/4. All right, we're going to add gold foil. Buy gold foil. It's going to make your cards just wow, especially at Christmas time. All right, I'm going to add a little bit. I wish we still had bedazzle. By the way, if you're doing the Elegant Pine Snowflake card class, you will be getting bedazzle. Trust me. You just have to. You just have to. So you will be getting bedazzle. For those that don't know, is a beautiful paper that we used to have that we don't have anymore. It was one that retired, and somebody may have bought a whole lot when it retired. So she has a lot. So she will share it and put it in a class, because I know a lot of you still have some of it. So I want to show you that you can still bring out retired product and use it. And if you don't, and it's something you want to recreate, gold foil paper. All right, so now we're going to take this. I don't need this anymore because I'm going on to black. So now I want white behind it, so it's easier for these old eyes to see. So we're just going to go like this. See how I can see the edge? If I can see the edge here, here, and here, and I know it's, you know, pretty even, it's going to be even at the bottom. Okay, so even though black on black is harder to see, it'll still be okay. I still have a lot. Oh, me too, Marva. So I put it in that class. I'm going to share. My whole idea is it'll either go on my Christmas cards, which I still have plenty after all the kits I did for that class. But it will get used, and I will share it because it's just too pretty not to. All right, so now we're going to just glue this inside. I need to double check something because this looks big. Oh, 5 1/2. Let me double check. 5 1/4. Oh, okay, so I'm not sure why I did that, but this I did, oh, I know why. I did the black 5 1/4 by 4 because I wanted this to fit on here. These are smaller, so it was the scraps that I had that usually I use the 4 by 5 1/4, but because of the way I cut it and because of what I had left over, that I cut it down and did it a little bit smaller. So now I want to make sure it's like this even, because it's not going to just fit around the edges on the bottom. because it's not just an 1/8 of an inch difference. Okay, now it's a 1/4 of an inch difference. So that's kind of different on how I do that. Oh, Sherry, I have some of that too. And I thought about using that this year, but I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, so now you're going to take your gold. And now this is when I bring this back in. We're going to do, liquid glue is a little slippery on top of gold. So this adheres just fine. So I'm going to do that. And of course I use the silicone mat for that because if I get glue, it just goes right onto the mat and cleans off really well. This is going to go, oh, here's the card. Oh, I didn't even show you guys the card, did I? Oops. There we go. Look how cute that is. Sorry, I didn't even show it to you guys. All right, so now this is going to go to the top of your, now look at your paper and decide, this has a little more stars, so I think I'm going to turn it. And the star, the big star is going to cover the left side up more, right? So this is going to kind of be over here, and I want to see all those beautiful stars. So I'm going to move that to the right side. So we're going to put that on there and give it about an 1/8. Ooh, I bet I should measure. Oh, darn it. It's looking like it might have been a little more, but we have room to adjust, so no worries. We're going to put that on there. Then we are going to put this on here. Okay, so just wherever you're thinking, look at your side edges. That's what I did. I looked at my side edges and then I made the same at the top. And then I always give you guys extra so that you can, you know, adjust. So just kind of do the same for the bottom. So let's do that. We're going to go like this and then down. I just saw the subject line of a message that came in. I haven't read it, but it reminded me, and maybe that's what you're telling me. Thank you. But I will read it when bingo's over. Or I'll read it. Maybe you want a message, an answer. But your status, too. That's another reason in September that people are worried about their sales or worried about whatever is their status. Two things. Number one, they want to stay current. It's the end of the quarter. And then, although next month is a pending quarter, so that gives them some time to catch up if they weren't able to meet their quota. Okay, so the black, I mean, you can't even, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit right there that you can see. And it's okay because we've got this. So now you have your stripes. Okay, so this is the other side of those papers. So I'm getting rid of some gold one over that side. But I just love the fa la la, and that's your sentiment, right? So now we have our little stripe. This is all the same paper in this package. If you did the paper share, you could do this card. You have plenty of this paper. Anyway, so people want to keep their status. So let's say that they're Bronze Elite. They need 12-month rolling sales of, I think it's $1,800. So as long as they've spent $1,800 in 12 months, then they will keep their Bronze Elite status. If they get up to $1,800 in September and they go into October, which is the new year, with $1,800 in rolling sales, they keep their title for all of next year. Okay. All right, so I'm doing this to rub the glue back to the side because it kind of went off the edge a little. All right, so now I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to put that on there. So number one, meeting their quota. Number two, keeping their status, which is a big deal because that's the percentage that they're getting paid. If you're Bronze Elite, you get more than a bronze, you know, and so on. If you want to get a team member underneath you and become silver, you can. I normally don't talk about business stuff like this during bingo, just so you know, but I've had 2 people ask me yesterday. And I know they're on here. So I thought, I might as well say it. Anyway, and plus you probably see people posting that they're so close to this or that. All right, so there we go. I put the fa la la over on this side because I knew this was cut off anyway. And then I can trim this off. So I'm going to trim. Kind of hard because this is such a busy piece on the back, but you can see this side. Okay, there you go. Anyway, if you get somebody underneath you, you go into October with somebody and you bump up to silver, which I think is $3,600 in a year, I believe. Then in the 12 months, I should say, rolling 12, then you get to keep silver all year. All right, so that's kind of how it works. And I'll go read the question that somebody sent me just to make sure that's what you wanted to know, but I should say that anyway because it kind of helps you understand a little bit. You thought it was piano keys. I know, but it gives it that elegant look, right? Olga, you should let them know which paper pumpkin are you looking for. All right, I'm going to put a lot. It's DSP. There's not cardstock, so it's kind of, you know, not super sturdy without cardstock. And if you wanted, you could even use the black dimensionals. I rarely use those, but you definitely could if you wanted. I tend to go in just a little bit on the side so that you don't have to worry about seeing them. And if you're dissecting the card and see them, then, you know, whatever. All right, let's get these all off. Ooh, you guys want to see a crazy movie? I just saw Girlfriends. It is. It'll keep you on your toes. It's a kind of a drama, suspense kind of thing. I don't know if it's suspense, but I guess they would probably consider it suspense. All right, these dimensionals. Why am I struggling? Okay, so there's that. Now, what we want to do is we want to line this up. My poor husband, I hear him out there just going back and forth out the door. All right, so I'm just going to go right. See, now I can go all the way up here if I wanted. I can go all the way down here if I want because you can see that I have that little tiny, tiny black piece right there, which I'm just going to go right, pretty much right in the middle. I'm going to go up a little bit. I want my star to be like, all right, so look at your star. I want this, I embossed this with the eyelet embossing folder, okay? The only place you can really tell is the center, but I want it like this. Even though you can't really see a whole lot of it because you have your bow on there, I still like that you can see it, top and bottom, so you can tell the whole thing is embossed, right? All right, so, and plus, that's the long points of the star. Okay, so I mean, if you did it like this, this is the long point. So, you know, pay attention to that. All right. Gosh, I hope I didn't screw up and do somebody's star the wrong way. All right, so now, where am I? I'm going to put this right here. And I'm going to put this right here. And you're going to come to the black. So, oh gosh, now I moved it. Look at me. All right, so right here. So I'm going to go right there. All right, so I'm going to push that side down because I know where I want it. I'm going to make sure this side is lined where I want it. And I know what line I want over here. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Now we're going to put our star on. All right, so we're going to put it like this. And this part, other than the tip, is all going to be glue. Okay, the center and the rest is going to have dimensionals on it. So I'm going to put a large dimensional. Watch this. I'm going to put this right here. Okay, I want it a little in from the side. You don't want it all the way to the top. You want to see some black, like this one. Okay. And I'm going to put my dimensional. I'm going to do a half of a dimensional. So get a half, but you want a flat side. So I'm going to do it like this. I want a flat side to be at the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to take this right about there. And I'm right here. I'm going to put this just like this. Okay. So now we know this is going to go right there. Okay. And hold that. Now I can put my mini dimensionals. Okay, where's my, okay, right here. I'm going to put a mini dimensional on my 3 tips here. If you wanted them to get closer to the edge, you could do half dimensionals if you want. All right, so now let's take this off. All right, now I'm going to put some glue on this, but not the tip. Remember, so the tip is going to be a dimensional, the rest will be glue. The center does not need to be, but these. I'm going to do glue here and here. Does that make sense? We're gluing here and here, one dimensional here, the large one here, and then a dimensional on each tip. Now I have the stickers off. I'm good. That marked my spot. I know that's where I want to go. I'm going to hold it by this corner, and I am going to go right there. Okay, so now we have our glue and our dimensionals. Everything's good. All right, so there's our star. Now be careful with your bow that it doesn't come undone. I am going to immediately put a glue dot on it. You probably could have done that as soon as you took it out. I'm going to pull that down and put the knot right on the glue dot. Maybe I would do that as soon as you pull it out and leave it like that. And then that way it's on. And then use the pokey tool. Don't try to pull it off because it might undo it. And then I'm going to add our glue, of course. And I know it's going on to gold, but that glue dot is going to hold it for us. And we're going to put that right in the middle. I'm going to pull this down. Make sure it glues right there. Oh, I could feel it. It pulled. There we go. Make sure my glue dot holds. I feel like it's kind of, when I moved it, I think my glue went right where my glue dot's supposed to go. Okay, we're going to leave it like that, and then I'll just add more glue later. Okay, this side's a little long for me, so I'm going to cut it right there. All right, and then later when it dries, I can fix this little guy and bring it down and kind of get it to go where I want it to go. Let me get the glue off my hands here. All right. Oh, now our gem. So now we have our sequins. Those are sticking to my wet hand here. All right, so let's move that out of the way. Okay, now my secret to sequins is, first of all, I clean the tip off, get all the glue off so that it easily, smoothly comes out of the tip, okay? And then what you're going to do is I shake it like this to get what I want, and I'm going to copy what I did up there. I'm going to put one here, which is the large one. Okay, so I'm going to make a little bit of a bigger circle. I'm going to put one right here, which is a medium. I'm going to do a little one here. It's a small one. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of glue. I'm going to add a little glue here and a little glue right here. All right, so I could do that, and then I could have been doing this, but I was afraid I would smudge it or, mess it up. And so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it there for a minute. I'm going to put my stuff away, my glue. I'm going to put this on just in case I don't use it for a while. And then this, let's go ahead and we're going to adhere. Oh, I should have adhered this first. Okay, if you do that, like I just did, I should have put seal on it and put it on first. I did not. So I'm going to take this over. I'm going to pull the needle out and I'm just going to use liquid. It's going on a white card base. It's fine because I boo-booed. We're going to do it this way. It's no difference on this type of thing. It's going on white on card base, the gold, and that's fine. So I'm going to hold it by the edges. And I take these fingers and I hold this down. And I'm going to come in like this. It is liquid, so you have a little time to kind of move it around and put it where you want it. Then I'm going to hold it up. Make sure you're not putting your fingers where your glue is at. Oops, this is going to, it starts to dry pretty quick, so make sure you are. Okay, so there we go. Now, the thing you want to remember is, see, it's starting to dry. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but around it, it's starting to dry a little bit. So now what I do is I take my pokey tool and I'm going to pick up the large one and put it there. Now, what I like to do is, I forgot, is to grab my pokey tool. Not, this wasn't a pokey tool. It's a, take your pick. Let's see, wait a minute. Medium. Okay, small. So the small one goes here. Another small one right here. Okay, the medium one, which is upside down, is going to go right here. And then we have another small one over here. I feel like I'm playing Operation. All right, so your pokey tool is basically helping you take it off. And then I like to go back and then just kind of squish them in. Now, the more that they dry a little bit, they get a little tacky and they're a little easier to put your gems on so they don't smush around. My bow is turning because I put glue where my glue dot should be. So I'm going to set this aside and put a block on it because I want it to stay where it goes. So I'm going to get a big block and I'm going to set this aside. But there you go. Look how pretty that is. Just with paper, no stamping. And now if you wanted to, on the inside, you could open it up and, add a sentiment, Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or whatever you want. And you've got this beautiful card. And my friend actually embossed, I thought I had it here, but I don't think I do, embossed the other ornament. And she's the one that gave me the idea. Her name is Charlize, or she did the embossing of the ornament. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. So I told her, I'm going to have to copy you. But it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So there you go. Super simple. No stamping, but you could do the inside. Now you could always add a sentiment on here. But I really like it like it is. I even thought of using the gold. Let me see, what do I have right here? Oh, look, I just sat my thing on the darn remote control. Something like this with these. The ephemera pieces, you could put that on there, even right over the black. You could add that on there. How pretty that is. So if you wanted to put your sentiment on there, you could gold emboss something. It would look really pretty. So there we go. I'm going to put a block on this one here and put these over here because my ribbon moved and I want it to glue. All right, there we go. That was card number 3. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Oh, thanks, you guys. You're very sweet. All right. So bingo number 3. All right. Here we go. Number 30. Thank you, Mary Jo. Make sure you guys grab that bar. Make sure it's all the way to the right. Number 10. Number 7. Number 22. Robin, I just saw your message and absolutely, but let me message you. Kathy, I sure can. Number 24. Okay, the chat's going fast. I'm glad I saw that. Mix them up. Good. I'll mix them up again. Kathy, your numbers are 26, 18, 15, 4, and 9. All right, mixing. 19. Oh, wait until you guys see number 4. Hey, it's only 7 o'clock. We are doing good. I don't know why I keep mixing. 25. Lots of B's, some BI's popping up. Welcome to the new people, and thank you everybody for participating. I love bingo night. It's so much fun. Number 9. You're welcome. Number 15. Number 12. Number 4. All right, let's see. Rose has a BIN. You must be in California. Oh, I am in California, yes. That's why normally my videos are at 5:30, but bingo I always start at 5, so California or West Coast people could get off work, but I try to do it so that you guys aren't up till midnight. Bobette and Gwen and Sherry all have a BING, so I'm just going to slow down a bit. Number 3. Number 3. So see right now on screen, I'm just pulling the 3 out. Like right there. So there's a little delay. I told you guys before, it's the closed caption, gives it a little bit of a delay. Ooh, lots of BINs. Glenetta, BING. Rose, BING. All right, I'm assuming no bingo, so let's keep going. All right. 13. Oops. 13. Remember, even if you call bingo back here, if you're first to call it, then you get it. If you had bingo here, but this person calls it first, they get it. So it's the first person. All right, Rose has BING. Lynetta. Hopefully my rattling this isn't making too much noise for you. I'm trying to shake them up. Marilyn has BING. Leslie, BIN. Oh, Gwen, bingo. Gwen. Let's see your numbers. 8. . Gwen, I see that you say you have bingo, but your first number I show is 8. So let me just double check. Can you double check? I'm going to look on my email. Just to make sure. It takes a minute on my phone, so hold on. Yeah. Am I missing the 8 or am I not seeing it? Yeah, Gwen, you don't have the 8. The rest of the numbers you do, but your first number is 8 and I don't see it. Right? Yeah, no 8. Okay, that's not what you wrote on your receipt. So check your receipt because I'm looking at your electronic registration form. And there's no 9. You don't have 9, you have an 8. So look at your receipt. Sorry about that. All right, so we're going to continue on. All right, everybody ready? Continuing on. Number 29. Number 29. I'm just going to go double check because now I'm like, I have glasses on. I just want to make sure. I'm going to enlarge it. Yeah, that's an 8. And they're right next to each other. It was probably a typo. Sorry. Okay, Glenetta. Glenetta. Where are you? Okay, Glenetta. Oh, not Glenetta. Sorry. I said Glenetta, but no. Karuna. 3, 9, 12, 22, and 29. So congratulations. You did win bingo number 3. Hi, Nell. I thought I put a 9. No, sorry, Gwen. Darn it, so close too. But congratulations to Karuna. Is it Karuna? Karana? How do you say that? Beth. All right, congratulations. Yay. So I only saw 1. Bingo. You are welcome. All right, so now we go to project 4. I am excited. You guys are going to be like, wait, what? Because there are 3 projects in number 4. Yay. So this is your kit. Karuna. I think that's what I said. Karuna. Okay, good. This is kit number 4. Lots of little goodies in here for you. Holiday items. Now, there's no typing. No typing. I don't know why I keep saying typing. Only because I've been doing typing forever. But no stamping. Because you can use whatever stamp you have that says to or from on the back. Or you can put Merry Christmas. You can add a label on it and do a sentiment on it. Whatever you choose to do. These are really cute. I can't remember what set it comes from the very, like right off. Maybe this one is the snowflake one. And it's got little snowflake. Oh, see, you can't see it right there. Little snowflakes on the edges. Come on. Well, anyway, it's got little tiny snowflakes on the edges. And you could, have them hanging off if you want, or use smaller ones. There's smaller ones available. And you could use smaller ones and put on there. There's lots of things you could do with the sentiments. And so I'm going to show you the finished projects in a minute. Let's space out our projects. So I'm going to show you that first. So the first one, you are going to need your green glimmer. Now, the festive glimmer is retired, okay? It is retired. I told you if I have it, I'm going to use it, and it's beautiful, and it just worked out perfect. We have this die here, so this is the pattern tags is what I'm using. Pattern tags, okay? If you wanted to do bows out of paper, you definitely could, or we have that felt paper, you could do that too. So if you wanted to, you could do that. I chose to add actual bows and ribbons, but where did my red bow go? I should have a red bow. Okay, hold on. Let me go grab another kit. Of course, I added the bows in to the kits after I grabbed my kit and set it aside, which I tend to do often. So you will have a red bow, except in this kit, then I'll have to add one. Okay, so we're going to have this. We're going to die cut this out, right? And then you're going to have two small, okay, and then two large. We're gonna do this one first, okay? And then two large. All right. Then you're going to do your red bow, and you're going to do your pine cone. Okay, you need your pine cone. All right, so we have your pine cone, two large, two small, red bow, your two pieces here. You're going to need one of your strings. Okay, so, oh, don't do that. Almost got a knot. Oh, that's why, because it's one. And these were, I believe, 15 inches long. Oh, I got a knot. Be careful when you unravel it. I folded up when I put it in there. I don't know why I just did what I did, but all right. All right, so I think it's, let me just double check how, no, 8 inches, maybe 8. 8, 8, 8, okay, 10. I don't remember. 10, 10, 10 inches, okay? 10 inches is what you want. So put it on your board here, 10 inches, okay? 10 inches for that one. And then your other two will also be 10 inches. I think it was 8 and I gave you guys extra, but that's fine. So there's those two. Okay, we'll set all that aside. So we're working with this. You're going to use 3, move those over. You're going to use 3 of your gold small sequins. Okay, 3 small sequins, and then you should have 5 large ones for another project. So let's move those over there. Okay. So this is what we have. And this is the one we're doing right now. Okay. So save your two large ones when you cut it, if you decide to do this. And then there's a small one there. And then see how this one's cut off? And there's one other one cut off. And then there's another one like this. Save those. We're going to bring them in, and we're going to use our pad here, which I'll just turn over. All right. We're going to use that. And this is garden green. So I'm going to use light shaded spruce. Okay, light shaded spruce is what I'm using because it's as close to garden green as we're going to get. All right. And we're going to take this and we're going to color them. Go with the leaves. Okay. Go with the leaves. And I like to do it twice. You could use the dark, I guess, but just the light twice kind of worked for what I wanted to do. So we're going to come through and do these 2 times real quick. All right. Everybody needs tags, right? You guys saw the tags I did with Festive Friends. Oh my gosh, those were so fun. I have all with those. That was a lot of stamping though. Can't choose something. And that's the other thing is there's a lot of stuff I would love to use in bingo. And I have some ideas, but they're stamping. And if you don't have it, then what are you going to do? Like, and then a lot of it is like that set, that handmade treat set is so cute, or homemade treats. So cute. Well, there's not a whole lot I can cut out for you because you have to stamp before you cut out. And if you don't have the stamp, it does no good. All right, I want to do these one more layer darker, which is still lighter than the dark shaded spruce. So I'm just going to go there. And you know, now that I'm thinking about this, this is, oh yeah, it is. I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay. I actually used Mossy Meadow, I think, on this one. Okay, I'm changing it. We're going to Mossy Meadow. See, another reason you get your kits later. All right, so I'm going to do light Mossy Meadow, which I have right here. That doesn't even look like Mossy Meadow. Now look at me. What did I do? Let's see, light Mossy Meadow. Oh yeah, okay. Well, we're going to go with this, and we're going to put it over. It's going to be darker, and I don't care. It'll be fine. They're pine leaves, right? So we're going to go a little darker. That makes more sense. Okay. Because I was thinking, these look kind of bright. All right, so, and then these lighten up, don't forget. So just one layer of light Mossy Meadow is what I used. Use whatever works for you. But this is what I used. Of course, now it has a different color underneath it, but you know, it's going to look a little different, but that's okay. Right, there's that. It's looking more Christmassy. These were kind of bright. I was like, that's kind of bright. All right, so there we go. Those are what I want. Okay, much better. And they'll even lighten up a little bit more. All right, now let's put our pine cone together. So same technique, just do a little dabbing here and there. You can find some of the thicker little spots. I do mostly around the edges just because I do the center too, but the edges have a little more of a edge. All right. And then I'm going to take this and layer it right on top. Okay. And you can tell where I have a little bit of glue. I usually just take like a tissue and do that. And then if you still see adhesive on there, you can always, I take my pokey tool and just kind of get it in there. All right, so there's that. So there's our pine cone. Now, I'm going to layer this up. Take your thread, fold it in half. The pine cones are adorable. Fold it in half. Put it through from the front. And grab it and then bring it up. All right, so there you go. There's that part. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals. So we're going to just turn this. And I'm going to put some little half dimensionals. Just find yourself a spot that has a little bit of space to be able to add your dimensionals. Okay. This corner, let's see. This corner is going to be off. This corner is going to be on, but you're going to have to move it up a little bit. So I'm going to put it all the way right here. Right there. And then you really don't have to put too much more. You have this and this. I'm going to put one up towards the top, just because everything's going to be layered up at the top. And I just want to make sure that, and it might show a tiny bit, but it's okay because it's going to be covered up. But you put some weight up there when you put the bow on and the greenery and all that stuff. So I want to make sure that I add a little bit of support up there. All right, so now we're going to turn this over, tighten your string up some, okay, because you want your top, oops, you want your top to stay towards the top, but we're going to twist it just a little bit, okay, so just enough to where, like that little dot right here, this little one is just barely hanging on there on the corner. Okay, so just twist it just so you can see the gold, the glimmer. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to put our leaves on, and we're just going to do it with glue. All right, so we're going to put one here. Think about where you want them. I'm going to put this one here. I tend to do them across from each other. So the long ones, and then I do the short ones, because remember your bow's going to be on here. So, and you don't have to put that way out there. Okay, and then put them here. So I'm going to just kind of make sure this is where I want to put it, and then lay your bow on there. Okay. So however you want your stems to go, or wherever you want it to do, kind of think about that. But I'm going to do the greenery first, and then we'll add everything else. So I'm going to do this one first. This is not moving, okay, because it's adhered. So I'm going to add glue straight down the middle, just a good part of it, because and it doesn't matter if it goes on the glimmer or what, but I want to make sure that it goes on the cardstock some, so that because it's popped up, right? And so it's not going to seep down into the glimmer. So you want to make sure that it holds, right? And then we're just going to do this one. And make sure you don't put glue all the way to the end, because it's going to kind of hang off, and you don't want it to adhere to other stuff. But this one has a weird little piece of something, like the paper cut was weird. Although you're probably not going to be able to see it. Don't forget, October is what I usually call birthday bingo. Even though I'm doing holiday items, it's my birthday month. So I'm going to do some drawings and do some fun stuff. All right, there we go. That was weird. Okay, now let's do this. All right, more glue. Add right here. All right, same with this one. And if you don't want it completely in an X, bring this one in some. I'll show you. Because we're going to put the pine cone on here. So I'm going to bring this one down a little bit right here. I didn't bring it down over there, and I kind of thought I should have. All right, and then I'm going to do dimensionals on here, and I'm going to do 2 large ones because I want it to definitely stick. Because we've got different layers here and glimmer and everything, I just want to make sure it's going to stick somewhere. We're going to do this. Mine is the 28th. All right, so I'm going to add my bow first. So again, I like to do a glue dot. All right, and then I'm going to add a bit of glue, because you can tell by the bow there's like an indentation right here. And so you want to make sure you have enough so it'll be on there. Okay, and then we're going to put our bow right here, right in the middle. So I'm pushing the glue dot mainly to hold it. And then I just kind of press down so the glue kind of gets in there. Now I'm going to take our pine cone and just kind of lift it up and put it right in, just tuck it in. And notice I'm bringing it towards the center some. I want to see that green right there that we put down next to the pine cone. Okay, if you want to trim the bow more, you can. If you want to pull the bow out a little more, you can. You know, whatever works for you. And before you put it together, don't forget, put your little to and from or whatever you want to on the back. There's a stamp set that has the to from in it. And honestly, I don't remember what it is right now. But I think it is the Festive Friends. I think there's 2 of them actually. But I think the Festive Friends has it. But there's a couple of them. So there's that. Now we're going to take our glue. Again, I'm going to take and clean the tip off, because I want it to be nice and smooth and not crazy. And then I'm going to do a little glue right here. See, this one was able to go up farther, but this one, for however I did, oh, I put the bow at the top of that one. This one, I put it down. Either one. I like this one too. I think I did that though to hold the bow on. I adhered it to the bow. So let's see. Okay. I'm going to do it, but if I screw up, then you guys know. I'm going to get another glue dot. See, this is why I do it. More reasons. I should have looked at my sample. All right, more glue. I've got a little bit of glue. I'm going to add a little bit more, because our pine cone, I hope, is going to go up if it doesn't tear my stuff up. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we don't need it. All right, we're going to put that right there. All right. All right, so there's our bow now. And now I need to move my pine cone up, but I might have to do some dissecting. So let's just see real quick. Okay, the other thing you can do is take your scissors, go right along the paper, and cut the dimensional. Don't try and pull this off. There's too much prettiness underneath it. We don't want to mess it up. So, and I may be messing it up. We'll see. All right, and now go under here, cut the dimensional. So make sure you're keeping your scissors up close to the thing. See, now I'm going to take these off. This shows you how you screw up and fix it. That was my plan all along. All right, now we're going to try and pull this off carefully, especially the bottom one, because where that might be showing. Yay, that worked. Okay, that might be showing. This had glue for my little sequin that I just rubbed off. And then this one, hold on to my little leaves right here. And this leaf. Have you guys done this before? You're like, oh, wait, I screwed up. All right, and then we're just going to easily take that off. Yay, okay. Love it when it works. All right, we're going to take these. We are going to lift this one up on the right side, so just like we did before. Get up there and tuck that in. There we go. Let glue, that's got to hold. There we go. Now, let's do our gems. So we're going to go back to this spot, put our gem, put one right here, and I put one right here. All right, so now get your pokey tool, or your, take your pick, I mean. That is already on the agenda, Gloria. I already have one done. Yay! All right, there's one. Okay, that is 1, 2. 3. Okay, so there's that one. All right, so there's that one's done. So we'll move that one aside. All right, now the next one is the candy cane one. All right, so we have a white card base. We have this, which you're going to have to poke out the glimmer. You poking out one or me poking out tons is a whole different thing. Uh-oh. So I have to say, when you die cut a whole bunch of something, sometimes the dies get a little tired. So be very careful when you're pulling these out. I meant to do this beforehand. I don't know why I did it. Sorry. Probably because I was trying to pack. I have shirts and pants packed. I guess I should pack more than that. All right, so just be careful pulling those. There's a little tiny one right here at the bottom corner. So if you look on the back, it's a little easier to see. All right, then this one is the one giving me, here we go, giving me trouble. If you have trouble and the die didn't die cut exactly right, you can see it in the front, or you can see it better from the back, and then just cut that one edge. Sorry, it seems, I mean, it's like it's so weird. It's like Bedazzle has that string in it too, and it's so hard sometimes when you use your dies so much to get that like perfect first cut like you would. There we go. Okay. When you first get it, but when you use it with hundreds of die cutting, different story. All right. All right, so first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and adhere this on top of there. We're going to use dimensionals. Let's see what. Oh, thanks, you guys. Where did you get that hot pink pokey tool? Oh, I got that at. I think it was on stage. There was a lady that was presenting and had it, and she does these. I'll try and find her name and post it. I've got to do that. I'll post it on my Facebook page when I find it. But she does embossing folders too. I mean, bone folders. So I'll have to find out her information again and post it. All right, so we are going to put, I like to do halves on this one. So let me do some more halves. Right here, we're going to do half. I'm just going to do a couple of them here. All right, so grab halves and we're going to just put them on. I don't want them to show because it's kind of dark, even though the background's white. I just want to make sure that we get a good that it adheres well. Oh, that one's kind of close. Kind of close as I pushed it down. All right. Are you guys close enough, or do you want me to put this closer? I have all the cards that people send me, and I keep them, although I need a bigger drawer or bigger drawers. And then I started putting them, I have these special boxes because I go back and look at them and I get ideas from people too. I put them up on my shelf over there for a long time, and then they move. All right. I'm so blessed to receive them. All right, let's see. Poke out your little hole there for your ribbon. All right, I'm going to do one more up at the top. Oops. There we go. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to take our white and let's take this off. Now again, this sheer shaded spruce ribbon is retired, but I thought it was perfect with this. If you don't have any, we do have a couple of different, we have the Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon, We've got the shaded spruce with the gold trim is kind of too big. But we also have lots of ribbon. We've got the gold sheer with the gold. Okay, I can't see through the hole there to get it exact, so this is darker. I'm going to put that underneath. It's a little easier. I'm going to hold the bottom part. Oh, you can't see. I'm going to hold the bottom portion up and try not to get my head in the way. And just line up the circle, but also look above and around. And then when you come down, just make sure you're going down the edge, and then it aligns on both sides. Okay, so there we have that. Now we're going to take our shaded spruce ribbon and our red and white twine. So let's take our red and white. We're going to do the same thing, go through. If it's hard for you to go through, I've showed this to you before. I don't know if I have one right here. No, but these flossers, right? Oh yeah, yes I do. These are like flossers that you can get. And it's easy to just put your thread through. Go like this, go through. Okay. And then, oh, it is not easy to do it that way. Hold on. Because it stays like that. So if it was one end, that's how you would want to do. If it's two ends like this, you want to put the whole thing in. Okay. So put your whole thing in the flosser. Fold it. Put it through. And then there you go. Now you can grab that and grab it. And there you go. Make sure when you pull it, these are even or close. All right, so there's that. We're going to, hello. It's easy to lose. We are going to do our glue dot like normal. I'm going to take this with our glue. We're not going to boo-boo this time. We are going to put it right on the ribbon and where that solid red is behind it, towards the top. Number one, it's going to keep your ribbon where you want it to be. And then number two, it's just at the top and it looks nice. All right, I like to just hold there for a second. All right. Okay, now your peppermints. These are still current. Now I know I had them. What did I do with them? Oh man. Okay, there, look at. All right, so peppermints. I did 5. So I'm going to do a large one down here. Just tuck it in there. I'm going to do a small one right here. Then I'm going to do the large one right here in the middle. And then I'm going to do the small ones over here. It's just something fun to add a little bit of. I'm going to lift up my bow and add that there. All right, so there you go. There's that one. Look how cute. All right, so that is number 2. Don't lose your sequins. That red dot was just the negative of that, of this. Okay, now this one is, how pretty. This one. I love it. It's got gold and shimmer and it's so pretty. The color is shaded spruce. And so we're going to put this straight on. So let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on. So let's see right here. So I'm going to start with one at the top. And you'll notice the shape, that is the diamond shape. So I'm going to turn it that same way. So the point goes up the point there. So I can not see it going through. All right, this one, I don't think you need them all the way down, but that one, this one's going downward. There's really no room down on the very corners to do it. So what I'm going to do is go right here on the sides, and they're pointing upwards. So I'm going to go right here, just because that's the bottom. I want to make sure it's not going to catch and pull anything. And then I think I'm going to do some right here. I think this one at the top is enough. I'm going to do right, yeah, right here. I think I'm going to do it towards the edge, so I'm going to do it right here. Going towards that circle, or that triangle. Oops. And then going towards this triangle. All right, there we go. That's pretty secure, I think. Don't forget, the bonus card is a separate video. That's the one I showed you using the Scenic Adventure. So my video is the last video I did before this one. So you'll see how I did that. And you'll get that kit also. All right. Come on. Here we go. All right, so same thing. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to, because I can see the white. These are dark. I can see the white in the background. So I'm just going to go right to the white. And then I'm going to hold it with my fingers and then just kind of come down. I know. Okay, so look how pretty that is already. Okay, now our string, don't forget. Now, if you wanted it to look more elegant, you could definitely take the same ribbon that you did your bow and add it as the tie. So I think this, like, if you're going to do it on, you know, put them on packages, it's going to tape better, or what, however you're going to do it. And yes, I've seen people tear them off, or not. Well, I've seen a lot of people tear them off packages and give them back to me. And I laugh because it's like, oh, you want a gift next year then? This is my family, so I laugh about it. Okay, so we're going to put this on first. Okay, so again, I'm going to look and see which side's the back, which side's the front. This one looks good. We're going to use our dimensionals. All right, now what you could do if you're afraid things are going to slide, put this on first. Okay, I'm going to put it right on top of the string. Okay, the glue dot, and then I'm going to lift this up and just put a little bit of glue, which is basically right next to the string, and I'm just going to push this mesh into it. Okay, because you're not going to be able to see it. It dries clear. Okay, now be careful pushing this down because your finger will go right into the glue because this is mesh. I tend to, you know, get a handle here and push down just a little bit. And once it gets tacky and your bow's all done and everything, it's easier to kind of fix. All right, so I'm going to leave that like that. We're going to do the same thing with this bow, which I love this ribbon. So the sheer and the gold. Put that on there. Okay, pull that off. I am going to do the gold, the glue now, because it's going to go on the mesh. So I put a decent amount on there. I'm going to put this right on top. Okay, so now you can see on this one how I kind of fluffed the ribbon. I kind of moved this out. I kind of fluffed that up so that it's, you know, all loopy and pretty and everything. But I'm not going to do that now. You want it to completely dry. And then you can kind of, I will trim these, although I'm using scissors. I just use glue with, so we'll see how this goes. Gotta love these. Okay, so there we go. I just made that one a little smaller. I'm even gonna trim these. I don't want a whole bunch down. I want it kind of foofy at the top. There we go. That's enough right there, I think. All right, so I'm not gonna, you know, like if you hold it and do it, you can, but I'll mess with it when it's all dry and I'll fix it. But now we're gonna add our gems. So we're going to have to fix this right now because it's video time. And so I'm just going to hold on to it tight and pull my pieces aside because we need to put our gems on here. All right. So I'm going to lift this little piece up because it came out long. There we go. All right. So now we are going, I'm going to start at the bottom because the top is underneath this and we'll do that last. I'm going to add it here. Oh, we got to clean this off first because then you get all goopy stuff and it doesn't work out so well. All right, so we're going to put this in the middle, here, here, and here. We'll let those dry a little bit because, no, we're going to put the bottom ones on first. All right, so remember, have your pokey tool, have your take your pick, or whatever you use here. And I'm going to go right in the middle with our 5 gold sequins. Okay, there's one. And you could probably use glue dots, but I can tell you that I feel so much better using glue when I am making Christmas projects especially. But I want to make sure that things are not going to come off. Okay, now we're going to put that down. We're going to hold our ribbon up. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of glue. All right, now this is going to be fun. We're going to add that there. And what you could do is if it doesn't come off that easily, you could just hold it there for a minute and then the glue will start getting that tackiness to it and it'll hold a little firmer and you could probably pull away. All right. That one. Oh, look at that. That was easy. Okay, so they both did fine. Now what I would normally do is once they start getting tacky, I definitely come back in and push them down, but I'm going to kind of do it right now because we're on video. And I'm going to just make sure they are on. There we go. All right. So don't mess with your bow until you get everything kind of on there. And I'm going to set this one. And what else did I do? Oh, my star bow. These are still kind of wet, so I'm going to move them over. The glue should be drying, but I'm going to move those over so they'll dry. I want to make sure my bows don't go anywhere. And we'll just show you these when I show everything at the end. Okay, so there's that. Yay! So that was the project number 4. And now we have one more bingo to go. All right. And again, if you didn't see it, this was the bonus card that I did on Sunday. So you'll see that and you'll get that kit in the mail. All right. Yay. So those were the projects for bingo. So that kind of gives you an idea, those that are new and asking questions, it kind of gives you an idea of the projects that I do for bingo. You wipe this up real glue. And you get 5 projects. Like I said, one's a thank you. And then one is, and then 4 regular projects. Let's try this. All right, there we go. And we have a lot of fun. Oh, good, Mary Jo. I think you'll like them. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Connie. Thanks, Teresa. All right. Good luck. Last bingo of the night. All right, here we go. First card, number 11. Number 9. Number 20. Lots of B's. Number 17. Yeah, now am I not calling any of your numbers? Number 3. Number 26. Oh, Margie has BIN. 23. Lots of BIs coming now. Nancy has BIN. Leslie has BIN. Number 10. Ooh, Margie, BING. Now we need to slow down a little bit. Number 12. Number 7. Ooh, Nancy has a BING and so does Beverly. Margie has bingo. Take a look. All right, Margie has 23, 9, 3, 17, and 7. Congratulations, Margie. Oh, Nancy has a bingo too. Let's see, Nancy. Nancy has 7, 12, 20, 26, and 3. So Nancy, you will get a consolation prize. Yay! So let me write that down before I forget. You know how it is. Okay, consolation number 4. So Nancy, normally at this point you would choose if you want to continue on or if you want the consolation, but being that that's the last game, I'm going to assume that you would like the consolation prize. Okay, congratulations, Nancy and Margie. Those are the only ones I see. Yay! All right, so let's quickly look at the projects. So this one is the bonus number 5. This is number 4. This one's number 3. Number 2. Oops. And number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So those are all of your projects for this bingo. I hope you enjoyed it. It was so much fun spending the evening with you. now if you guys could just come and pack for me, that'd be great. It was, Connie. I'm glad you joined. Oh, you are welcome. I'm glad you guys liked them. So, okay, so I have 3. I have a fall, and then I have 2 Christmas ones all ready to go for October. And then I will do 2 more holiday ones. I don't know if they'll be Christmas or fall theme. I was going to do Halloween, but it's going to be too late because it's like the 22nd, and that's going to be rough. So I did the one online, and I'll probably do another one in October for my regular videos. So, oh, good. I'm glad you had fun. So the people that are new, let me know your feedback. Let me know you had that it was easy enough to follow along and all that good stuff. Like I always say, it's usually a 3-hour video. It's usually something like that with all of us chatting. And this time we just happen to have a lot of updates with the new stuff that's going on with don't forget, tomorrow is the sale, 15% off stamp sets and tools. So don't forget that. Now remember, it does not include bundles, but the stamp set is 15% off. When you do the stamp set and the dies together, you get 10% off on a bundle. So look at the individual stamp sets that don't have dies. And those are the ones you really want to focus on. Or maybe you want a stamp set to replace something, or you gave one away, but you have the dies or something like that. It does not include last chance, so be aware of that. Thank you. I will have a great trip. Oh, good, Dana. So don't forget that. That starts at midnight tonight, Mountain Time. So midnight tonight. And then on the 23rd is the Advent calendar. I just want to go over that really quickly because I'm returning that day, or the 22nd or 23rd, something like that. So this is introducing the 12 days of crafting Advent calendar. And I believe the stamp set is called 12 days of crafting or something like that. It's not just holidays at all. And so as you can tell above, there's some different images in there. And I'm saying, think of it as an exclusive suite, okay? Because you will not find these products anywhere else other than in this kit. They will not be available anywhere else other than in this kit. And I know 2 of the other items, and it kind of gives you a hint right there. Every day of the calendar contains never before seen dies, paper, embellishments, and even more. So we don't know what else. So take a look. And then what I'd like you to do is come back to this video once I sign off. So tomorrow or tonight, comment. Let me know, because I'm going to do a drawing. Let me know, if you got this, would you open it immediately and look at all your goodies? Or would you wait until the 12 days before Christmas and open one at a time and be surprised? So that's what I want to know. Let's see. Safe trip. Thank you. Marilyn, I hope so. Him breaking down with 2 little ones. Oh my gosh. And his wife. I felt so bad for them. But hey, they had a motorhome for free to drive to Washington. What are you going to do? So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything is well. I'll probably be posting pictures with my granddaughter on my Facebook page, on my business Facebook page. So probably my personal one too. Who knows? So anyway, you'll see stuff there. But thank you so much. If you have any questions, I will have my laptop. I'll be able to comment. We will be traveling to my siblings too. And so I'm going to definitely have downtime. In fact, I'm bringing a crafty project. And it is a Christmas one. And anyway, so I'll be around if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Have a great week, everybody. I hope to be here next Wednesday if all goes well. Thank you.